Do you ever have those days where you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna throw a match at it and walk away? We all probably have moments where it just feels like it would be easier to set everything on fire and just be done. We're not going to do that, actually. But there are moments where we're just that done, where we're just that exhausted. So today we're actually going to play with fire, metaphysical fire. We're going to work with violet flame and utilize all of its amazing therapeutic and cleansing properties. Hello, fabulous. I hope today is treating you kindly. And in case it isn't, I've got a tool that I'm hoping will help. Today, we're going to play with the cleansing and healing and refining properties of an amazing metaphysical tool called the violet flame. Violet like the color, not violent like being aggressive. Violet flame is used in the attunement process for Reiki, as well as can be called upon whenever there are situations that require refinement or maybe purging or just something that needs that energetic oomph in order to help rectify the situation. So today, let's call to mind either an individual, a circumstance, a situation, something that has been giving you grief, something that maybe doesn't feel aligned, maybe it's been pestering you for a while. And just call that to mind for a moment and notice how you feel within your body as you do so. Notice any physical sensations, notice any emotions that come up. What happens to your blood pressure, your heart rate? Do you notice any tense spots or areas where you just feel just icky? Maybe are you feeling like you've got racing thoughts or just really experiencing uncomfortable physical situations related to this? Just notice that. You don't have to do anything with it. And now we're going to just take a moment to be still. And we're going to work with the violet flame in order to allow us to gain a bit more clarity, release a lot of emotion, and just start to work through this issue. So let's allow those eyes to close and begin taking a few slow, deep breaths as you do so. Feel free to place your hands in a position that feels comfortable. Allow your body to settle into the surface it's resting on. Place those hands over any areas of tension or discomfort within the body as feels aligned. You know what you need and how best to serve yourself. Again, calling to mind the situation or the person or the circumstance, the object, the item, whatever it is that's been bothering you, that's causing maybe that blood to boil or this feeling of unrest. I'd like you to call that to mind. And as you do so, you notice the sensations in your body. I'd like to invite you to pull that out of your being, almost like you're pulling a scroll from the heart center. All of the emotion, all of the situation, the details, everything that's involved with this thing that you're working through, all of that gets pulled out of heart center and is written on this scroll. And if you need to have a shorter or longer scroll, that's fine. Just pull all of that out, all of it out, right out of that heart center. Every last little bit that's affiliated with this concern that you have, just pull it all out. And then, when you feel as though you've pulled enough from that heart center regarding this specific concern, I'd like to invite you to crumple it up. Just really get aggressive with it. Make that scroll, no matter how large, no matter how long, crumple that guy up tiny as you can get it, tight little ball. And just hold it for a moment, allowing all of the thoughts, frustration, any emotions affiliated with it, allow them all to be just inundated, just infused into this crumpled scroll with all of the details, all of the circumstance, everything involved with this issue, all in this scroll, this crumpled ball that you hold in your hands. And it may not even fit within the palms of your hands, that's okay. Just hold it for a moment. And now I would like to invite you to visualize a friendly, crackling flame in whatever form feels most comfortable to you. It could be in a fireplace, or maybe a fire pit outside. It could be a candle. It could even be one of those little electronic battery-operated candles if that feels safest to you. There is no wrong way. This is our induction into working with the violet flame. Just observe for a few moments the friendly crackling or the ambient light affiliated with your flame in whatever form it takes for you. Also notice the beautiful purple color. Notice that you can adjust the color. It remains within that violet to purple range, as is its nature. But just notice that you can adjust its brightness and intensity and its shade as you see fit. There's no wrong way. Whatever works for you is absolutely correct and perfect for you. Violet flame's job is to purge. It's to refine. It's to eliminate that which no longer serves so that there can be clarity and purity for whatever remains. Notice the weight and the sensation of this crumpled scroll in your hands. Does it feel heavy? Does it feel like it's too big to carry? If there's any fears or concerns about what may happen if you throw this crumpled ball away, it's okay to release that. It's not going to hurt you. Violet flame will only take what is no longer needed and will leave you with the rest. Whatever you choose to give to it, it will return back to you that which is still yours. Just more pure, just more clear, and more refined. So as feels aligned, I'd like to invite you to pop that ball into that flame. Notice the sparks that come up. Even if your flame is only electronic or battery operated, it's okay. It doesn't need to be a physical flame. Just notice whatever pops up in your mind. Observe what happens when this crumpled up scroll that represents this issue for you, this concern that's been bothering you. Notice what happens when you release that to violet flame. Allow it to cleanse and purge. Allow it to burn away that which is no longer needed. Knowing and trusting that whatever is left behind is exactly what you need. Even if the entire issue doesn't immediately resolve, if the whole thing doesn't turn to ash, if there's still something left over for you, know that it's okay. Know that violet flame will do its job, and it will serve you in the way that it's best for you, whatever that means. And as this scroll crackles and burns, notice anything that comes up for you emotionally or physically. Notice how it feels to release whatever this issue is. Notice the sensations in the body. Notice any thoughts in the mind. Notice the emotional experience. Take a deep breath. Allow yourself to be in this moment, accepting what is. And sometimes that's the role that violet flame plays, allowing us to accept what is, even if it's uncomfortable, even if we don't like it, even if it's something that we feel should not be. Sometimes violet flame just allows us space to be, space to honor ourselves in whatever is going on related to this issue. Know that you are safe. Know that you are supported. Know that you are loved beyond words, beyond expression, by all that is. The desire is to support you in living your best life, in doing what most and best serves you. Notice how that feels. Where do you experience that in your body? Know that it's okay. Whatever it is that you experience, know that it is okay. It is acceptable to allow things to be as they are, without judgment. You're not doing anything wrong. Give yourself space. Take a few slow, deep breaths, allowing this to settle as you observe what remains of your soul in that flame. Even if it isn't all gone, if it's just smaller, that might be good enough. And you can repeat this exercise as much as you need to, as often as you need to. Refinement is not always pleasant, but sometimes very necessary. It's okay if this part is uncomfortable for you. It won't be this way forever. Now, as you sit in front of your flickering flame in whatever format it has taken that's best and most aligned for you, ask that flame to just die down until it's just embers that glow, a beautiful shade of purpley violet. And notice what is left over of your scroll. Is there anything left? Has it all been turned to ash? Or are there still some pieces left? Whatever remains, gather that up in your hands, knowing that you are perfectly safe. The ashes or the scroll itself is completely cool. And hold that in your hands and notice how it feels. Notice any changes within your physical body. Notice any thoughts that come in. Notice any emotions that arise. And now, I'd like to invite you to open those hands wide and allow the breeze to catch whatever it is that remains. Anything that no longer serves you, that violet flame has purged for you, rests in your open hands. Allow the breeze to carry what is no longer yours. Allow yourself to be free and released from it. And anything that remains that is yours to hold, you can ask for guidance. Notice if the burden is lighter. Trust that the answers that you need will come to you when you are ready to receive them. There is no pressure. There's no wrong way. Whatever remains is yours to hold for now. Maybe not forever, but just for this time. And notice how that feels. And when you are ready, allow those hands to come together. palms facing each other at heart center. And express gratitude to the flame for allowing it to support you with this refinement process, allowing it to help you purge that which is no longer yours to hold. Express gratitude towards yourself for taking this time and this brave step towards healing, releasing that which no longer serves you. I know that can be hard, especially if this issue has been carried or has burdened you for a very long time. You are so brave. I'm so proud of you. Well done. And with that gratitude filling heart center, you can begin to bring some movement into the fingers and toes and allow those eyes to flutter open. Welcome back. I hope that that's helped you. Notice how you feel now versus how you felt before. And know that you can repeat this exercise whenever you need to, as often as you need to. Understanding, of course, that sometimes refinement is not fun. Sometimes working with violet flame is different than what you would expect, but it is always supportive and helpful. It always has your highest and best interests at heart and will always do exactly what you need in that moment. Do be sure to drink plenty of water in the coming hours and days as your body processes this release of information, because you're going to need to flush all of that out. Notice if you have any interesting emotions or thoughts that come up. Just allow those to be there and work through those as you see fit. I'll link a couple of videos in the description box below to help you cope with some of those things in case you need that. So I hope, again, this has been helpful. If so, please comment on how this has supported you or how you can use violet flame in future to help you deal with some of the things going on. And as always, sharing is caring. If this has helped you, I would love for you to share it with others that would be supported by this exercise as well. If you haven't done so already, please do like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to stay up to date on all of my content. This is here to serve you, and I very much want to make sure that I'm doing whatever it is that you best would find best supportive. Thank you again with Glitter on It for hanging out with me today, and I hope you have a sparkly rest of your day.